Welcome back in, everybody, to the first series of the Eastern European Division 2 for the DPC. I'm ROBBNROLL, and I'm going to be taking you through for the rest of the day. In that first game, we saw that cybercats, they just couldn't hang on. It looked really comfortable in the first, 10 minutes, let's say. But HYDRA, they had that game plan, they had the positioning, had the discipline to come back into the game, get themselves back in. At some point, cybercats just could not find the jump to get the kills, to get those team fights off, and HYDRA were able to capitalize on it, get themselves back into the game, and the Doom position one just really didn't pay off. I'm surprised that they put the Lycan up in the top lane up against the Shadow Fiend as well, because the Razors were just able to clean through the Wolves. There wasn't the setup partner for the techies as well in that lane that you would see like a Magnus or a Centaur, or something that offers a lot of control that the techies can then get the sticky bombs, the blast off on. I think for the first 5-6 minutes, techies was still level 1. So they weren't really capitalizing on the burst damage that comes out from that hero. Weren't able to get him the levels that we'd like in the offlane as well, to get that damage out. And it just didn't work. So cybercats, let's see what they try in this second game. I mean, they do have first pick, so they could force out a Lina ban, get something like the Tusk. Lina gets banned out from HYDRA. So they could look to force out something like the Tusk. I'm surprised we're not seeing a lot of silencers at the minute, to be honest. I know he's been popular in other regions, especially when you are coming up against heroes like the Shadow Fiend that has a long windup on the Requiem of Souls. The heroes like the Snapfire with the multiple kisses that take so long to get through the duration. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a couple more silencer pickups, but it is one of those heroes that it seems to be pretty niche at the minute. Teams running it in the position 4, position 5. It's hard because it doesn't have any reliable lockdown. Yeah, so you have to build into things like
5 seconds
the Hex
remaining.
a little bit later on, especially if you're playing support. It is a long time off before the silencer can get towards that. You've got to buy the Force Staffs, the Lotus Orbs, Glimmer Kicks to come out as well if you are that support silencer. Death Prophet, Beastmaster going to be taken out this time as well. So getting into the draft, cybercats, what do they want to be going for again? Tree is still there. Clockwork still available. Clockwork, one of those position 5s that seems to do well wherever he gets picked up. And it is going to be the Doom again for cybercats. Right off the bat. I mean, it didn't work last time in that position 1.
10 seconds remaining.
So cybercats this time, they've got to put that in the offlane, right? It's got to be. It's weird that they pick it up straight away as well, like twice. And just right off the bat, I don't know if they're scared of it being picked up from somebody else, from HYDRA, whether they want to run that on Cloud, especially with the Beastmaster being banned. But to pick it up twice, to open out with a Doom, this time they can't flex it. There's no way they can drop that in the safe lane. Or is there? As Force just sat there, maybe thinking to himself, yeah, we can run it back. Doom wasn't the problem in that last game. Well, I mean, Doom was the problem in that last game. Doom was one of the problems to the point where it was just so hard for them to really fight out into anything. Because again, he jumped in and he just got picked off. He got caught out. And HYDRA go right back for the snap. Yeah, snap drink comes out from HYDRA once again. If I'm cybercats, especially if this is going to be a core Snapfire, which it could be. I mean, it could still be the position 4. But if I'm cybercats here, if I'm Force, I'm seriously considering the silencer.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
I mean, even if it is going to be a position 4 Snapfire, you've still got Mortimer Kisses are a big threat from a distance. Just because the hero's a support, he isn't putting out, isn't building into the Greaves, isn't. Oh, excuse me, he actually got the Boots of Travel and Blink Dagger in that last one. But yeah, just because he isn't building the Boots of Travel, Blink Dagger, maybe the Ags, that doesn't mean these Mortimer Kisses, the Scatterblast, the Cookies aren't a big threat from that. So Batrider does come out from cybercats, which more than likely going to be the mid lane hero, and we've seen so many Division 1 Bat Riders win the lane and then lose the game. I just
10
think the
seconds
trade-off for the
remaining.
damage on this hero that you get, so, okay, you have
5
damage over
seconds
time coming out with the
remaining.
sticky napalms. Firefly is nice to run heroes down. Again, damage over time. You don't have that burst coming out like you would an Ember Spirit with the Remnants and the Sleight of Fist. You don't get the damage that comes out from something like... I mean, the Queen of Pain isn't really a
Dire
popular hero,
team ban.
but I think that the damage that you get for the Bat Rider,
Radiant team ban.
it's not worth trading off for that control that the lasso offers, because the lasso is a massive cooldown. You know, and you've got Lincoln Spheres, you've got Lotus Orbs that are more popular than ever, trying to deal with this hero. And the Bat Rider, it does look good in the lane.
10 seconds
Don't get me
remaining.
wrong, most of the time it does win that lane with the sticky napalms, trading off with the Fireflies, flame
5
breaking them back, and just being able to run
remaining.
heroes down that don't have the mobility or any melee heroes that come in for last hits. Just being able to chase them down with that. But we saw in Division 1 that in the end, I think it ended up with something. In fact, I'm going to check the win rate
Dire
to see what it was in
team
Eastern
ban.
Europe. 22%. Out of 18 games picked, it won 22% of them.
10 seconds remaining.
Not really a hero that inspires confidence to me. And I think the
5
last cast
seconds
hero
remaining.
Harry did. Yeah, I kind of bitched about this hero a lot longer than I should have, but yeah, I just think, especially with the blocker heroes like the Treant Protector that's got the overgrowth, so you try and jump yourself in with the blink. Overgrowth comes out, even if you do have that lasso, you're not taking the hero that you catch anywhere.
Radiant team ban.
Clockworks, Rubik's coming through. It's a lot harder at the minute in this current meta for the Bat Rider to be effective with those lassos. And again, you're playing it into... At the minute, the ranged heroes are more popular in the meta than the melee heroes. So it's an even further distance
10
you have to
seconds
cross with the
remaining.
blink dagger to get on top of them. And then once you do, you're deep in enemy territory. And if the
5
rest of your team
seconds
can't follow up
remaining.
while you have that lockdown, if you even get the jump on the right hero, you know, if the rest of the team can't follow up, you are on some... you're walking on razor wire. The cybercats, they ban out the Slack. I wonder if teams might start to look towards, again in Division 2, if they look towards something a little bit different, you know, develop their own meta. Because for the minute, these are just the standard picks that we saw in Division 1. I would like to see some different heroes. Again, it means playing suboptimally. I guess, unless they have like a pocket strat to come out. One hero that we're not seeing, the Ricky hasn't come out for either side.
Radiant team pick.
Lycan does get banned out, but yeah, the Ricky's being ignored. With how strong that hero is at the minute, with the sleeping dart into the smoke screen, I'm surprised it's not even being considered here.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Do they want to go for it? I mean, they're really taking the time, HYDRA, to think about this, burning through a lot of the reserve time.
Dire team pick.
Silencer.
Yeah, silencer. I mean, it's going to be HYDRA to pick it up and not the cybercats. But even that, quick fingers on the Bat Rider, who more than likely going to be the initiation hero for cybercats. The Doom can get the jump on. But like we saw in the last game, HYDRA seems to have
10
really good
seconds
position. So if the Doom
remaining.
jumps in and doesn't get the Doom off onto the silencer, then
5
the silencer's still
seconds
going to be able to
remaining.
press that, get the global silence off, and cybercats all of a sudden, because the single focus targets coming through here from the Bat Rider, from the Doom, either they get the lasso off or they get the Doom off, and the other one should be dealt with by the global silence. I really do like that, the silencer, and again, I'm surprised he's not being picked up more and more. Which we might see a shift. Cybercats now looking for... It can't be a position 1 Doom again. It just can't be a position 1 Doom. So what do they want to be picking up? Offlane wise... It should be the Doom. They might run...
Dire team pick.
Again, something with a little bit of control.
Catholic.
So they go for the Clockwork position 5, but again, something like the...
Techies.
Okay, they're going to go for the techies, and I assume this time it is going to be the Doom techies off lane. We'll see if Alberca wants to pick up onto that Doom again, but again, you want that extra control. I would have thought both heroes would have preferred like a Rubik pick.
Invoker.
As HYDRA go for that Invoker. So, even if the bat comes in, with the Global Silence going, you've got that EMP, you've got the Tornado that's going to off the control before the BKBs. Invoker might go for a Yule Scepter there as well, which can just shut down that Bat Rider every time it jumps in. Clockwork at least. They do have multiple points of initiation here on Cybercats. Now with the Doom looking for the blink in, into a Doom Infernal Blade, Bat Rider with the jump in. I say jump, you don't even see a lot of blink daggers early on for the Bat Riders. It's usually the Boots of Travel into maybe a Force Staff for Bat Riders at the minute. Clockwork with the hook initiation and techies with the blast off. So there is a decent amount, and these are going to be Roman heroes from the side of Clockwork and techies as well from the side of Cybercats, that you can go for that mid lane rotation. You can look to get the cogs down, drop a blast off into it, and get these kills.
Team ban.
As TB, the next ban for Cybercats. Both teams are burning through this reserve time. What is left?
10 seconds remaining.
I imagine with the silencer coming out.
5 seconds remaining.
Do Cybercats go for that early build BKB builder?
Dire team ban.
Yeah, Lifesteal would have been another good one. You do still get the silence in that rage form, but if you do have the rage form off, you're just going to be running down heroes anyway, just trying to right click them and chasing heroes down. So HYDRA not really wanting that out on the side of Cybercats. You have a decent set of delivery systems as well for the Infest.
Team ban.
Naga Siren being able to reset fights anytime anyone gets caught out. If you don't catch that Naga, it would be another save as well, yeah. So Silencer either drops a Global Silence or you get the song coming out from the Naga Siren. So Cybercats not want to be playing up against it. They're already looking at that Silencer and the amount of control it's going to have in these fights with the Global Silence. Snapfire, Cookie, Overgrowth coming out, Invoker again. Ice Wall into the Tornado. The EMP comes through. Deafening Blasts.
Dire team pick.
So they ban out the Morph. Cybercats, what's left? What have we seen that's popular as well?
Radiant team pick.
Drow Ranger.
Okay, so they're going to go for the Drow. It is going to be that Drow carry. Has the protection from the Clockwork. And again, the blocker support in the Clockwork with the Drow Ranger has that ranged carry. And it's quite nice, even when the Global Silence comes out from the Silence, Drow Ranger is just going to sit. The multi-shot won't be able to get off, but Drow Ranger should just be able to sit at a distance.
5 seconds
and look for the right clicks. They might shift the protection now as well. The Doom doesn't always need to be initiating. The Doom can play on the front lines, keeping that Drow safe. Faceless for HYDRA. If you can get on top of the Drow Ranger... Oh yeah, no, if he gets on top of the Drow with the Chronosphere, Alberca could be in a lot of trouble. So it is going to be up to the Doom, and I think... BKB-wise for the Faceless Void, you still need to look Zenica, to get the jump on to the Faceless and get that Doom off before he's able to get the Chronosphere. Invoker, you could look to get the blast off. You could look to lock him down with the lassos. But I think it's really important here that the Faceless doesn't get to the Drow. And there is still going to be a lot of lockdown, especially if Cloud goes back. I mean, we did see the mid Snapfire in that last game. It is going to be the offlane this time, but Snapfire could go for that Gobble Up and the Spit out. Faceless Void having that long range engage where you can't get the Doom off. I don't know if you can click him in mid-air. Probably. But it's like a game of Duck Hunt. It's flying across the screen and you've got to be really precise to get that click. Looking at the lineups, I think I like Hydra's a little bit more. The Faceless being able to get the jump onto the Drow Ranger. You know, the Gust is going to come out. I assume there's going to be a Hurricane Pike, an early Hurricane Pike for the Drow Ranger. But how quick can Drow get those off? You know, the quick fingers are going to be needed if Faceless is going to be coming in with the Chronospheres. Good engage from the Snapfire. The Global Silence coming out as well to be able to stop any way to stop this. But before we get into the second game, guys, we are going to be taking a look at our sponsors, EGB, and a video they have prepared.
Bets on esports, bets on streamers, impressive bonus system, welcome bonus up to $600, cashback, artifacts, regular promotions, daily giveaways. Try yourself as a bookmaker. Great lines. EGB.com, more than just a bookmaker.
Welcome back in, and yeah, I'm thinking for HYDRA, it's going to take this full series. I just like the draft a little bit more. The Faceless Void onto the Drow Ranger again. If you can't get that Doom off onto the Faceless, there's so many targets on the side of HYDRA that Zenika's going to want to throw the Doom out onto. And whoever he doesn't Doom, you know, there is going to be follow-up coming through from them. And the damage that they can do into this draft from the side of HYDRA, I just don't know if there's enough control on the side of cybercats. Which, I'm saying if there's enough control, when you've got a Clockwork and a Bat Rider coming out and the Doom. But yeah, it's... And I think HYDRA in that last game, they were just a little bit better on the position, and they were just a little bit better on being disciplined in the team fight. So we were going to see a team fight breaking out. You can see that HYDRA...
30 seconds to battle.
They do move through. I mean, trying to protect these trees, because
really
Lefton this time is going to be playing the
out.
Tree Protector, but they're going to be forced away here as HYDRA. Yeah, they just have to give up ground, and cybercats will be able to come through and deal with these side trees here. Alberca with the Quelling Blade, just being able to pull them down.
Freaking out.
And not everyone from the side of HYDRA was there to contest into this team fight.
The battle begins.
So what can they do here? It looks like Zenika just wants to be coming in. Scorched Earth's going to be used, but no real
I'm
follow-up from
really
that.
freaking out.
Bottom lane. Silencer hasn't scaled anything up just yet. And that's one of those, do you actually go for the points into the Glaives of Wisdom on the Silencer? And, you know, try and get that harass off, or are you going to be going for something like the Arcane Curse? It looks like he is. He's just going to go for the Glaives.
You're dreaming.
Trying to trade this one off onto Jesvi. Jesvi, the harass that comes up from the Sticky Bomb. HYDRA can just turn it around here with the Glaives bouncing out as well, and that will stack up with that temporary intelligence steal. So what are they going to be able to do here? Kami going to be taking some harass, but he's already used the Time Walk as well. So he's just going to stick with this harass. He has a decent amount of sustain happy as well with the 5 Tango, so if he does need some extra health to come through, HYDRA should have his back. Top lane. How's this one looking? Clouds. He's going to be harassed back. Alberca coming through the creeps, trying to get those frost arrows off. Lefferton here as well, with a point into the Leech Seed. So Force Majeure trying to play away so he doesn't get hit by the Leech Seed while, I don't know, eating trees, I guess, with the Tangos. Got himself a Quelling Blade to make sure these trees stay down. And Lefferton can't go through and get a pull through uncontested. But Force, with that Leech Seed, with the Scatter Blast, it's really hard for him to get close. Because if he comes in with the Battery Assault, the Scatter Blast to slow him down, the Leech Seed to keep whoever he's on top of alive. You know, sustain through that Battery Assault here, and it looks like Force, he's trying to play his body blocker and he can. The Cogs come through though at level 2, and they do the damage. Alberca with the multi-shot, but who's he going to be going on to? Because there's going to be a decent amount of sustain again coming through from the tree, and with that Leech Seed, so it looks like it's actually going to be the Clockwork that comes off a little bit worse. Even with the Battery Assault and the Cogs being dropped, Cloud as well as Lefferton fine in this lane.
Out.
So Clock,
I'm really freaking out.
he's going to have trouble in this lane. He might just sponge some XP, then maybe look to rotate in. Level 3, level 4, look to a rotation into the mid lane. Try and create space for the Drow. Push the tree in, or pull the tree out of the lane. He's on the bottom lane. Silencer level 2, not skilled anything up just yet. JSV's got that blast off, and you can see that Zeneca taking some harass from Happy. Happy's looking alright with these 2 mangoes. So if he does need to get through a lot of the damage here with the Glaives of Wisdom, and just burning out his mana to get that harass out, he looks like he's going to be fine with this. Yeah, just stacking up that temporary intelligence. And Kami, top of the last hits with the 13. Not really too contested. And again, he has that point into the time walk. Going for the time dilation as well. Because I suppose Zeneca, yeah, he does want to be using the Devourer as well as that Scorched Earth. His mid lane, how's Warwick looking? Warwick, 13 last hits to the Bats 9. A few denies going either side.
I'm really
Bottom lane.
freaking out.
Do we have enough damage to get this harass out onto Jess? Jess not going to be using the blast off him. Jess V just having to back himself away. And this lane, it looks like it's going to be a fairly even trade. In fact, the time dilation is going to be coming through after the sticky bomb. But Kami just cannot get in range of Jess V to try and get a bash off. Zeneca still going to be taking some harass from that curse. You know, you can see that he's down to 300 health, but Kami, he wants to make sure he gets these last hits. The time dilation at this level 2, level 3, excuse me, is doing nice here for the Faceless Void because it is a lot of spammy spells for the side of cybercats in this lane. So he's trying to get as much worth out of this as he can. Pull through again. This camp's stacked mid lane though. How's Warwick looking? Cheer's going to be able to get the drag back here with the Flame Break because he wanted to come in with a Firefly, but the Ice Wall comes out. There's going to be, if they have the Snap Control coming through here, they might be able to take him down. Sunstrike point blank doesn't connect because the Bat Rider doesn't carry on chasing. And a really nice pickup there from the side of HYDRA. Just going too far, the Bat Rider. And again, the control that comes out from the Invoker with the Cold Snap, with that Ice Wall. Invoker just had the spells needed with this Quas Exort build to control the Bat before he could get on top of him with the Flame Break, with the Firefly. And Zeneca on the bottom lane could be in trouble, being chased down. Kami, does he have the damage? Sticky Bomb's going to come out. He might change targets. Actually goes for the time walk back. Force. I like this. Getting himself in. He knows that he can't just sit on the lane. Over the tree. Wrap around on Chira. Two run coming in. Nature's Grass, Cold Snap comes out now as well. Chira, they've even got the Forge Spirit. Sunstrike this time. It will connect. The Ice Wall is going to be a little bit short. But the Bat Rider taking a lot of damage coming through from the Invoker. Now Force is down here. Going to be able to pop a salve. So Bat Rider up to mostly, well, not mostly full health. But it's good enough. Good enough for the Bat for now.
I'm really freaking out.
Jess, level 3, 2 points into the Sticky Bomb. Yeah, how's Kami looking in terms of loss? It's 27 to 9. In terms of net worth, is right at the top. Zeneca, time dilation going to be used again. As soon as that Devour comes out, it looks like the time dilation just going to be dropped right on top of it. Top lane, left turn, trying to get the pull through. Might actually be punished for it this time because he's already dropped that leech seed. Snapfire is going to be a ways away from this. Can he catch up? The cookie comes out. Force Majeure. Was that Scatter Blast because the Bash still going and Lefferton's going to be punished. Alberca gets the kill with the multi-shot. Meanwhile in the river, he even get the kill onto Happy. Happy just coming a little bit too far forward, trying to take that rune. Get some protection off, but Warwick's still going to be able to pick up the double damage. Top lane. Cloud is going to go down, so a really nice couple of kills there for cybercats to get themselves back on top of the board. Bottom lane as well, Kami taking some harass as the top lane. Where's the clock gone? Clock had to go all the way back to base. They have this, again, this cliff vision. It's really nice for the rotations. I mean, Quas Exort Invoker, you don't expect many rotations out. It's going to see any stacks being built as well in this triangle. And yeah, you don't really expect too many rotations, but when the Invoker has a double damage rune, it is really nice to get that rotation off. Try and look for a pick, and at least you force the clockwork away. Cloud able to get some extra experience. Going for the double bracer. Huh. Double bracer into, it looks like the mechanism bottom lane though. Time walk. Kami, does he want to try and turn this one around? With the bashes coming through here, time dilation as well into Zeneca, and Zeneca has to just back himself away. Techies is out of there as well. Oof. Look at that net worth for the silencer. Not even 1,000. He's got himself some utility. You know, the fairy fire coming in, clarity as well as the smoke.
Is under attack.
But no boots just yet. Nothing that's going to... in fact, what's he got coming in the courier? Raindrops. So again, it's only temporary. Zeneca. He's going to be taking a lot of harass coming out from Happy, though. Level 4, so he's going to be able to put the hurt onto Zeneca. And Zeneca, even with that scorched earth, needs to move himself away from this. He's getting the pull through, but he looks at the silencer, looking for the dives onto the creeps. Even the Forge Spirit rotating down might be able to take down one or two of these creeps. Or maybe even just get the damage, because, I mean, Kami's got that level 6 now. If the Doom's going to hang around on this little health, he's going to be so careful. Yeah, the curse, the last word coming through Kami. He might just Sunstrike. Oh, in the trees, he backs himself away from it. The Doom. He takes down. Kami doesn't want to come in for that Chronosphere. There's Chira in the jungle. He's just going to be able to find himself in these ancient stacks here. The Firefly as well as the Sticky Napalm. 4 points into the Sticky Napalm. So at least a decent catch-up onto the Invoker. And the Invoker's going to go for Hand of Midas. Not going to be too far away from it as well. About, what, 100 gold as top lane. Lefferton looking for the stacks. To get that D-Ward up there as well on top of the cliff. And now Warwick. Just in the mid lane. And again, with the Quas Exhort, you've got 4 points here into the Exhort. Doesn't need to really worry if the rest of his team can get heroes low. He can follow up with these Sunstrikes. Especially with the Faceless Void. When the Chronosphere starts to come out and you're dropping Meteors, you're dropping Cataclysms, Deafening Blasts through EMPs into that Chronosphere here as well. The Invoker Faceless Void combo is a really strong one. In fact, Faceless Void is going to be going for Hand of Midas as well. So thinking that because there is a Doom on the field, you know, this game might go along. The Blastoff comes in, level 6, but Zeneca can't get in range of the Doom. And now the last word, the Arcane Curse comes out from Happy. Level 5, Jet in the trees though. Time Dilation is going to be used, but Zeneca not going to be able to get in range of that Doom to the Faceless Void. Taki's TPing him well. Force is only level 5. He might go. Sunstrike! I mean, I guess it was onto the rune just in case anyone stepped up from this. There's even the rotation in from the Silencer now. Silencer, not a lot of mana left though. Dropping off the curse, the lost word.
Middle tower is under attack.
Onto the Batrider. So Chiro taking a lot of damage from that now as well. And Jess. Well, at least he secures the double damage.
Really freaking out.
As Cloud on the top lane just continues to push in. No points into the little Shredder, so he's not going to be able to reduce the armor of the tower. It's a little bit harder for the Snapfire to push down onto this tower, but you've got the creep wave pushing in you. You've got that catapult wave as well. You've got a decent amount of clear coming through. With the cookie as well as the Scatterblast, you do really clean up these creep waves quite quickly. Bottom lane though, Chronosphere does come through. Has to get himself away from this one because it was wearing off, and he has to get himself out. Doom not used. Silencer could be in trouble. And the draw range of rotation, so they do get the kill onto Happy on the bottom lane. Faceless at least will be able to get the TP away to the top lane.
Is under attack.
Yeah, so they weren't able to use the Chronosphere for a kill, and the Doom still holds the ultimate there as well.
Dire's
But the top tier 1 will go down. Hydra do pick that one up. Gonna be happy with that. Snapfire. In terms of that net worth, Snapfire's not doing too bad. They've got the Hand of Midas coming out for the Faceless Void as well as the Invoker here as well. Bottom lane. Oh, they might actually go in for this. Treant Protector, he's got that overgrowth. The Mortimer Kisses Happy's going to be right back in. There's going to be the Mortimer Kisses flying through as well. Sunstrike comes out on the bat. Oh no, the mech! Is he going to be able to keep him alive? Cheer's trying to get himself away from this. He might still burn down. But Drow Range are going to be able to go into the Invoker. The Ghost comes out and they get to kill Warwick. Even the hook shot for good measure. Not going to be hitting. Cloud going to be slowed down. Blastoff coming through here. And Hydra, they're going to lose so much for this. In fact, if they come back, Hydra, yeah, they get the spot out onto Happy, and Cybercats cleaning that up. Cybercat's going to cyberclap Hydra in that bottom lane. But we saw that in the last game as well. You know, 12 minutes in, it was a similar scoreline. And then all of a sudden, Hydra get get themselves together. And they came back to win this one, but Cybercats this time, they can't let this momentum go.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Zalberka just continues to farm up as the Drow Ranger going towards that Manta style. Yashika coming out, that's going to be quite nice. This poor silencer doesn't even have boots to his name. I mean, he has a stick now, so that's not going to go away. But pretty much nothing else, playing that true position 6.
Freaking out.
Radiant are scanning. Dire's middle tower has
Warwick
fallen.
in the mid lane does get the tier 1 tower. Of course, look at this ward as well, coming out from the clockwork. This is really nice on the bottom lane. As Alberca just continues to farm. You can see it on the map where the clockwork is. Yeah, these wards, they're just spotting anyone coming forward, anyone trying to push the lane out, and the clockwork hanging around just means that he's going to be able to get an easy jump. The response comes in because that dire tier 1 tower is still there, and you can see that Lefferton, well, he's trying to do what he can in the trees,
Radiant's
maybe dropping
top
out. He's going to
tower
show
is
now,
under
forced.
attack.
He didn't want to try and go back right. He's going to be coming in with the boots of travel. But Lefferton through the trees. Can he get himself away from this one? Because Chira, he can just pop that Firefly in 5 seconds and there's going to be no response. Yeah, Lefferton, he's not going to be able to get himself away from this one. The hook, not even used. Lefferton's just going to be able to just stand in the trees and watch himself get burnt down. Chira does pick up the kill.
I'm really
So-
freaking out.
Lefferton likes the voice lines. At least he's having fun, and that's the main thing. How's the Drow doing? I mean, you see that Warwick, he's got that Hand of Midas, he's got himself the drums. Going towards the Force Staff as well. Ooh, he might find the clockwork. Goes when the Cold Snap Meteor gets dropped, and so will Force. A couple more right clicks, and Warwick able to pick up the kill. Cloud was rotating in there as well.
Radiant's bottom
Close
tower
towards those
is under
Greaves here
attack.
for the Snapfire, but Warwick with a really nice kill onto the clockwork, who was looking to do some nefarious warding, it seemed. Now, smoke coming out. What are they going to be able to find? Cammy, does he want to try and get that dive in? Maybe get the control off into Zenica without that Chronosphere being used. But Zenica with a pull back. Did they get the Drow? No. Smoke's going to break. Chronosphere comes out now. They're going to be able to get on top of the Doom. Ultimate Kisses. Sunstrike.
Radiant's top tower is under
So it does
attack.
secure the kill onto the Doom though. HYDRA already get himself some int on the board. Cammy with a kill. No, in fact, no. Cammy just got the assist.
What sort of I'm really freaking out.
But it does mean that he gets closer to the Maelstrom, which he's going to be able to pick up now. Again, really nice in the Chronosphere. Really nice just be able to proc those lightnings. Helps him with the farm on top of the Hand of Midas. Faceless. It's going to be the BKB next, so no Mask of Madness. Maybe just happy with the attack speed coming out from the Hand of Midas, that he doesn't want that Mask of Madness.
I'm
The
really
BKB is going to be great as well,
freaking out.
because just the extra damage that comes through
Structures are fortified.
from the side of cybercats. If you can, oh, they might be able to get the kill onto Happy. Happy! He's not going to be happy with that one. So cybercats, they know that the Chronosphere is down. They know this time, and they've still got the Doom.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Freaking out.
So they are going to be able to try and make a move with this. His bottom lane Cloud still pushing in. He's got those Guardian Greaves flying out to him. They are going to be complete. Looking towards the Shard. Cammy on the top lane here as well. He's got to be careful though. There is a Techies and a Batrider. Cammy, with those Spidey senses tingling, doesn't have a TP for 10 seconds. Looks like Jess going to be able to kill with the blast off, but how far away is the Batrider? This silence is going to be long enough. Even just using the sticky bombs as well as the mines, they get the kill. The global silence comes out, but that was
Dire's
way
bottom
too late.
tower has fallen.
Really freaking out.
And Cammy just gets cleaned up by the Techies. And this is the Techies that we were looking for in the last game.
Almighty mother.
That is able to get a lot of solar burst damage. You know, 2-0 and 1. You can see the odds coming out on the screen, fairly even between the two teams. So EGB, not really sure which way this game's going to go. Neither am I. And we've seen that HYDRA, you know, they are slight favorites, even being a little bit behind here by a 2k net worth, as well as a few kills. But at the minute,
Dire
HYDRA
are scanning.
still looking favorites to take this game. Lefferton's just going to go for the TP away. He already has that shard, so he has the invisibility inside that nature's guys. Does he want to try and... No. There's no way he tries to go further than that yet. Even with the overgrowth, the
Dire's
Faceless
middle
Void
tower
wasn't
is
looking. He
under
doesn't have that
attack.
chronosphere as well.
Freaking out.
And he wasn't looking to get involved, so maybe just trying to chase him away from the tier 1 tower on the top lane. Just help Kami keep control of that triangle. I suppose that's another thing. Oh, the blast off's going to be coming in, but is there going to be any follow-up? Do we need follow-up from this? With the taser, it doesn't actually pop. The Faceless Void going to be taking a lot of damage. Yes, Sunstrike, the bash! The first hit bash, and Warwick's going to be able to get it. Yes, he sees the funny side. He gets that tip off while that's happening, though. Maybe a distraction as they get the kill onto the Invoker.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And that ward's still paying off on the bottom lane here from the side of cybercats.
Incoming!
And again, trading off a techies for an Invoker. Cybercats happy with that all day long. Cloud. He's got the shard as well as the growth bow coming out on the courier. Gonna be nice for him. So, really nice wave clear coming out from the shard. That Aghanim shard makes it even easier. You just drop a creep or drop yourself, and the 3 Mortimer Kiss that comes out. Especially if you can drop it onto the Faceless Void while the Faceless is looking to get the engage off. Sunstrike scouts it out into the Roche Pit. No one inside though from the side of cybercats because they're all looking for Leviton. The hook comes out, it connects. Was the reveal? The dust is going to be there. They're going to be able to get a kill onto the tree. He's trapped in the cogs with no way out. He's just going to be felled, cut down to size here. Mid lane though, they might be able to trade this one off because the Fire Rider as well. The Global Silence comes out, and so was the Chronosphere. They get the kill onto 2, and HYDRA going to be happy with the trade. So Happy's going to be happy with that as well. Getting himself some more intelligence on the board, looking towards that 4-star.
Freaking out.
I'm going to mute Leviton in a minute. Every time it's off cooldown, he loves to spam this line.
I'm really freaking out.
He's going towards the blink as well on the tree. So he wants that long-range engage. I mean, he's being given the space to find the farm. When he's not being chased down and killed off, that is. Oh, Forstaff comes out, hookshot now as well. Silencer. One more right-click. The shard here for the Drow as well. Easy pickup for Alberca. Easy pickup. Now inside the pit again. They know the Global Silence is down. They know the Chronosphere is down. And there's no follow-up inside this pit from the side of HYDRA, so it's going to be a free Roche. Going the way of cybercats. Top lane, Leviton, they're pinging it out. They might be able to get a go. Was that hook shot 25 seconds away? The rocket flare. Do they have the reveal? Leviton is trying to move himself away in these trees. He will be able to get himself away, but HYDRA, do they want to try and respond to this? Because there's an Aegis now on Alberca. There's no Chronosphere for the next 48. The Sunstrike comes out, does a little bit of damage to the Drow.
I'm really freaking out.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I wonder if he just has that on, like on a macro. That anytime he presses his button when that voice line's off cooldown, he's just going to spam it out. Or maybe got into Febby's stash. Warwick wants to go towards the BKB. The control coming through. I mean, you do still have to watch out for the hook, the lasso, the doom, but just the initial control, excuse me, like the techies blast off. Leviton. He goes high, the dust still reveals flame break. It pushes him a little bit further in, but they should still have the control onto the tree. Yeah, Drow being here as well. Just an easy pickup for the side of cybercats. Smoke's gonna be coming through though. What can they do with this? Can we leave them the line? The Doom, the Chronosphere actually catches it out into 2 cores. Multiple kisses. They've got the Meteor being dropped as well. And Cybercats, at least a couple of their heroes going to be going extinct. But Aegis hookshot comes in onto him. Global Silence. Can they get the kill onto the Drow again? It looks like they're going to be able to easily burst it. Even with the Manta style, they burst through. They get the killing spree onto Cloud. And the double kill onto the Invoker as well. Really nice Chronosphere. And the rest of the team being set up to get that kill. Yeah, Leviton definitely into Febby's stash. And all of a sudden, HYDRA, you know, they close the net worth gap of 1k. They take away the Aegis. that was cybercats like lifeline in these fights, and it just immediately gets burst down. Or they might even go for more.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
HYDRA just having to back himself away. You know, trying to trade out with the Forge Spirit, but Jess was close if needs be. Speaking about backing yourself away, Lefferton, 0, 4, and 3. Gonna be chased down. Flamebreak, though, pushes him further away. I'm not sure where everyone else is. This Bat Rider doesn't want to chase.
Really freaking out. I'm really freaking out.
So, I mean, cybercats, they're going to be looking for another smoke. What can they do? They might find out Happy, but Happy's on the high ground, so Smoke's going to break Happy with the Tumbler's Toy as well. Flamebreak, it doesn't push him down to the low ground. Happy's going to be caught out. He's going to be fine. Again, it protects his cause. It gives the space over to the tree to find more gold towards that Blink Dagger. And he just gives that buffer
Really freaking
between the
out.
heroes that do still need the farm. Make sure they don't get caught out. Tree, again, he's just going to go for the TP. Hookshot comes in, though. He's going to cancel this one off. But the Tree, he just wants it to be left alone for like 2 minutes while he gets the rest of the gold for this Blink. But he just keeps losing the gold every time he's picked off.
Dire's top
I think he's been
tower
going
is
for
under
about the past 5 minutes, and it is a position 4 Tree. But because the top lane is just so far pushed up, and no one on the side of cybercats really bothered about pushing it out, why would you be? Because you just keep getting these free kills onto the Tree and Protector.
Mine!
I'm really freaking out. I'm really freaking out.
Just Kami looking towards the Lincolns. The Lincolns is going to be very nice. Either the Lasso or the Doom. You know, especially the Doom. So you can still get yourself around the fight. And what have they actually got for single target? Lasso, Doom. Is that it? I'm not missing anything, right? In terms of Lincoln's breakers. Smoke coming through. No Treant for the next 8 seconds. Didn't stop them last time. So where do they go with this here, HYDRA? Still smoked up. Nobody pushing. The Bat's not even showing. There's no... He's trying to look for the sticky napalms as well, seeing if that's smoke, or potentially if anyone's waiting in the trees to push out this mid lane. The group up is still there. Cookie comes through just to push this lane out.
I'm really freaking out.
But yeah, second smoke now from the side of HYDRA.
Freaking out.
Please, Lefferton, I beg. Just chill with the voice lines. And this one, you can see the cybercats, they're playing a lot more defensively in the second game. They don't want to lose the first series of Division 2.
Radiant's bottom tower
At least
is
not
under
2-0.
attack.
I mean, no, they don't want to lose it anyway, but no team wants to lose 2-0. And it's... They're playing around this draw range. You know, they're trying to offer the protection now. You can see even the Bat in the block not looking to try and hunt out. They're not sure where HYDRA are. So they're not trying to hunt out. The Rocket Floods are trying to push these lanes out as well. Jess TPs himself back, trying to use the bombs, the mines, just to push back. And Drow, always the furthest one behind.
Dire's top
Because
tower
after being
is
caught
under
out with the
attack.
Doom inside a Chronosphere, you know, both cores like that, you've got to play the separation game. You've got to make sure that that doesn't happen again, because otherwise, you know, if that happens 1 or 2 more times, you could be throwing away tier 2s, you could be throwing away the next Roche, maybe even tier 3s. So Alberca just trying to play away, yeah, under the vision as well. You can see that Force Majeure, he's trying to play body blocks to see if there's any smokes coming in. They've got the wards down to protect where Alberca's looking for the farm.
Dire's courier has been
He
killed.
might find off the Salsa though. Happy. Anything to help him out here. Sticky Bomb, the mine's going to go down. He's pulled into his Doom. Not that Doom. Not this Doom. But definitely some sort of Doom. Force going to be spotted. Lefty 10, he might even be able to get the courier.
Dire's courier has been killed.
They have that reveal. The hookshot comes through. And they have the lockdown once again. Gem on the Bat Rider there. He gets the courier this time. But he's still... How far away is he? For about 500 gold away from that blink, and he just keeps getting caught out here. Chronosphere comes up. He's on the cliff! No! Chronosphere is going to be there. The Mortimer kisses as well, so they do get the kill onto the Batrider, but he just time walks himself up onto the cliff. He gets that gem. Mute comes out from the Doom. Can they get him away? The Cookie comes down to the low ground. Tornado connects onto that Doom, but the slow's going to be coming through from with the 4-star fall and the Drow Ranger now as well. Global silence, but the damage, it's still going to be enough to get the kill. And the Mantis Star from the Drow Ranger. Oh, the miscalculation on the time walk. Hook shot now. We've got the lockdown onto the Silencer. Silencer Force Staff trying to get himself away from this one. But the slow, it's just going to be too much from the Drow, even behind the creeps. The kill comes out. Faceless trying to get his courier through. Just gets his courier killed.
Radiant's courier has been killed. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Freaking out.
So,
I'm really freaking
Radiant's
bit of a
top
mistake.
tower has fallen.
from the Faceless Void there, costs him his life. And cybercats able to get a little bit more from this. It's going to be... Oh, Chronosphere's down for the next 70 seconds, and Roche 26 seconds away. This is perfect timing for cybercats. If they can take another fight, they're going to have the lasso back up in the next couple of seconds. They've got the techies. So let's see, HYDRA, can they find this positioning? As it looks like cybercats looking to push in. Maybe they wait for the next rune as well. Potential for a double damage rune. I mean, what, 1 in 6?
I'm really freaking out.
But even through all of this,
really
a 10
freaking
kill
out.
lead for the side of cybercats. With these 2 Hand of Midas on the side of HYDRA, they have kept this net worth close, but Drow Ranger right at the top. 3k above the Invoker with that Hand of Midas. So Drow at the minute, Alberca really finding the farm, really finding some great positions. The last hits as well, 12 1-on-1. Not really ever been shut down. The 1 kill on the top lane inside the Chronosphere, and Drow vows just to never let that happen again. Gonna be a dayless for the Drow Ranger as well. I thought it might be... I mean, there's not a lot to break really, is there? So, yeah, not gonna be the Silver Edge, just gonna be going straight for the dayless here on the Drow Ranger.
I'm really freaking out.
Alberca continues to push in. Roche, it's going to be spotted by the Forge Spirit. It is a double damage rune as well. So
Radiant's
take a look on the
bottom
map. The double
tower is
damage
under
rune
attack.
is the HYDRA. They have that Chronosphere up. The smoke's going to be coming out from the side of cybercats though, and they are going to be seeing this double damage rune. Alberca going to be able to pick it up.
Must affect the weapon.
Straight up takes it. No bottle. So Drow Ranger, what can they find with this? It looks like HYDRA, they want to go for the big wraparound, but
Radiant
Alberca
are
using the
scanning.
multi-shot to not break the smoke and still push out this mid lane. What can HYDRA do here? The Forge Spirit no longer in the pit. Oh, the ward as well. They might be able to go Rocket Fleur. Lasso. They've got the drive back, but the local stance comes out. It's going to be... No, the Chronosphere misses! They might be able to get to it. It's going to cost the Snapfire his life, and the Chronosphere that blinks away. Drow Ranger, he's going to be fine. They're going to be able to chase down into Kami. Kami can get himself away from this one. Trying to do his best just to keep himself alive. But the BKB goes. He gets stun locked, and now the damage coming through from the Drow. Cybercat's looking so much cleaner in the second game, and now you can see that left him caught out in the middle of nowhere. He's really not had a good... But I mean, both supports on the side of HYDRA. Look at the net worth compared to the supports on the side of cybercats. They've just never got going. Jess, at least Warwick's going to be able to respond with a Sunstrike kill. The double damage rune's going to be off the Drow Ranger now. But this is going to be Roche. If they want to go in for this no Faceless Void for the next 40 seconds, this is going to be Roche. And they move themselves over. Oh, tried to get the catch onto the Batrider with the Chronosphere. And there was just... Cybercats way too nimble. So I suppose that is the reaction time of cats. So Invoker, he might come in with a Tornado to try and disrupt this, but it doesn't matter. They get the Roche anyway. Aegis, Sunstrike, Cataclysm. Doesn't do enough damage, and even the regen rune here for Alberca. So 2 runes in a row. They're going to directly benefit the Drow Ranger.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Silencer. He's just starting the base. Yeah, there's nothing. He was trying to get a little bit of farm.
Is under attack.
To look towards the Lotus Orb, but he's just not being able to get out of the base because the Drow Range is just stacking up with his team now. The Doom and the Techies are away, but the Bite Rider and the Clockwork sat behind the Drow. Drow's going to be fine just last hitting down this tower.
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
And now,
Really freaking
what can
out.
cybercats do off this? They have the Aegis, they have a bit of, they have a lot of momentum, really. 13k net worth lead. What was I saying about 5 minutes ago about HYDRA keeping it close? And then they lose a fight, and all of a sudden this swings right in the favor of cybercats.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And you can see that Drow again, just comfortably staying in front, looking for the damage onto the towers. The living armor not going to be enough to keep this tower alive. Chronosphere is back up, but there's an Aegis up on the Drow Ranger, and I don't think this time they have the damage to get through him twice. You've got Zeneca sitting on the back lines, waiting now. Again, the Doom, only picking up the one level in the Doom, going for just the 1 point into the
Radiant's
stats.
middle tower has fallen.
But it's weird to me that they're not going for high levels on the Doom. Maybe just not worth the trade-off.
I'm really freaking out.
Happy with the smoke. It's going to be an illusion. It's an illusion. Damn, and now cybercats notice what's happening, sends the illusion right back up. And HYDRA, smoke's a wash. They just need to back themselves away. Kami's looking for his next big item, which is going to be the Melania. But now it's going to be cybercats' turn to get the smoke out. You can see the front line being led by Chira. Can they get a jump? Lefferton, 0, 7, and 4. I'm not surprised you're freaking out, mate. Big wraparound coming out from cybercats. Do they get behind this tier 2 tower, though, where everyone on the side of HYDRA are? Warwick at least is going to show, trying to come out with the alacrity, farm up onto the creeps, but they are going to know, so Doom can get the jump in. The Force Staff comes out. Lefferton, if ever you were going to go for it, but the backline jump, Global Stance comes out. They still get the drive back here onto the Invoker. The Invoker has that BKB. He's going to use it, and now, well, they do catch him. Ultimate Kiss is flying through with the Chronosphere. They take down the Doom. Aegis into the pop. Can they turn this one around? Force Majeure. They're going to be able to take down 4. Maybe 5 technically with the Aegis. Alberca, can he get himself away? Trying to do what he can with the Ghost as well as the multi-shot, but he's trapped behind enemy lines. He is in no man's land here. The bash is coming through, and they get the kill onto the Drow. Buyback does come through from the Silencer, but that is a 1 for 5 with an Aegis trade. And HYDRA are going to be more than happy with that. Yeah, it cost him a buyback onto the Silencer, but so what? You know, you take down the Drow, you take down the Doom. Kami can get some farm time now as well to try and catch up to the Drow Ranger's net worth, finish it off the Melania. And again, the Doom and the Drow being caught out in the Chronosphere. Kami's whiffed some, but he's hit some peak Chronospheres there as well that have just been able to help HYDRA turn the tide of the fight.
I'm really freaking out.
They get the Doom out onto the Faceless. Faceless, though, he's going to be burnt down. Okay, so his team not there to help him out. Force team might be able to get the kill onto Lefferton. Lefferton, can he get himself away? He can. He absolutely can. Yeah, but Meteor's going to be dropped. Hex comes through. Deafening Blast as well, but the Meteor's not on the mark. So Techies, now Warwick needs to run. Techies, if nothing else, has so much burst damage potential that the Invoker, he doesn't want to use his BKB for that. Just wants to get himself away. At least when the Faceless Void is back alive, the Chronosphere is going to be back up, so HYDRA might be able to make a move. Bottom lane, Warwick, Cloud's going to be able to protect him just in case there was any follow-up from the Techies. And Invoker, your Hex, he's got the Aghanims, drums. Going to be going towards a Lincoln's next. Cloud. How's Doom looking? Doom has the Greaves and a blink. 7-second BKB. Octarine. It's going to be the... Not the Octarine, is it? It's going to be the Aeon Disc. Okay. So, maybe just a bit fed up of being caught out and killed off in the Chronospheres here. Doom Zeneca, he's going to be going for... The Havoc Hammer's nice as well. Did he send it back? Pass it over to the back? Nothing? No? Okay. Whichever way you want to play this here, Doom. Yeah, you can see the Barret is already going for the Aeon Disc. Techies for the Wind Waker. Alberca...
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It is an 8-second BKB. I mean, we saw it in that last fight. He did get it off, but yeah. Drow Ranger wanting the Manta Star as well as the BKB for the Global Stars coming through, able to Manta it off, and then BKB for any control in the fights. It does mean that if the Silencer goes for a refresher, which he's not going to be doing just yet, he wants that the Lotus to come out to maybe help turn around the Doom back onto the Doom, so the Doom gets doomed, and it's all Doom all around.
I'm really freaking out.
Faceless, he's not really looking to... I mean, they're maybe trying to bait something in. If you were really going to bait something in, you put the Treant on the top lane and then you hide everyone else. Because that's where he's been picked off all this time. 0, 8, and 7 here on to Leviathan. Techies is close, the mine goes down. Jess going to be spotted out though. Do they get the damage? The reveal is going to be there. Jess gets to dive in, but is there going to be anyone else? Creed, can he get the baits off? It's just going to cost him his life. And in fact, the gem. Did his courier get it? It did. Oh. He's going to be able to get himself away. Maybe not. Hookshot's going to be coming out. Connects onto the Faceless Void. Was that follow-up? Alberca might want to come in, but the Lotus Orb is out. Kami waiting in the trees. Chronosphere is going to be able to get himself onto the Drow. Was that BKB for the extra control? Global Silencer, so there is no Doom. He gets the kill onto the Drow Ranger. And Kami, does he want to continue? Because that BKB is going to be wearing off, but the Blaster comes through. And now Warwick, Force Major going to be caught out behind enemy lines. The lasso is going to be onto the Faceless Void, but there's going to be the double lasso because of the Lotus Orb. And they might be able to get the kill onto the Clockwork. The Doom on is going to be used. But it looks like Invoker, does he survive through this? The rest of his team, damage coming through onto the Doom. Warwick's still going to go down. Zeneca gets the kill. But Zeneca, can he get himself away? The BKB was off Kami. He wants to get the dive. He wants to get the control. Where's the cookie? Going to stop the double damage now as well. Kami, he gets to jump forward. He's going to be able to pick it up. He gets the kill onto Zeneca. Oh, perfect timing on the cookie. And HYDRA, all of a sudden, it's still a 12k net worth lead, but they're winning these fights. Roche, a long ways away, just under 2 minutes. Yeah, so cybercats just looking to get the kill on the tree, and then not sure where everyone else, but they still carried on coming forwards, and Kami able to get a really good dive and Chronosphere out from Division being given over by the creeps, as well as this ward. High ground ward sees the Drow Ranger come forwards, and then Chronosphere comes out from the Faceless Void. The rest, as you would say, is history. Turn the Drow Ranger into history, at least. So Faceless, I don't know how this Drow has kept up the amount of farm that she's got throughout this entire game. 15, 3, and 3. I'm just absolutely farming to her heart's content. A Faceless Void with a now I'm Lonya as well as a Hand of Midas, not able to keep up.
Jackpot.
I suppose the amount of kills that the Drow Ranger's got really is going to skyrocket the net worth of Alberca up there. You're 15 and 3 in terms of kills and assists. So Faceless, Chronosphere is going to be back up in 10. Roshan is going to be up in just over 20 seconds. Where the Mortimer Kisses, they are available. Everything on the side of HYDRA looking to be available. That Doom's still 20 seconds away as well. Let's see which side. Grouping up to try and go for a smoke. Doom. He's got the lock on the Vit Booster. So he wants to see on disc. And Faceless. Potentially looking for a Nullifier if he sees this coming out. 3.5k gold. So he could go for that Nullifier if he wants to. Shell off that Wraith Band. Oh. Smoke though, inside the pit. rushes up, and they're going to start this on the side of HYDRA. How quick can they do this? And this is the thing as well, you can see that Happy's staying outside the pit. Lefton outside the pit for an overgrowth. If he needs to, he can drop the global silence without the silencer being picked off. They're still inside the smoke as well. The Cookie's going to get the extra stun. And I think they're going to get this rush for free. Or they might not do. The jetpack's going to be there, but the hookshot, he comes out point blank, connects onto the tree. Global silence going to be used, and you can see that Kami's just trying to pick up all the items. Mortimer Kisses now. Clockwork, he's going to be absolutely roasted alive in his tin suit. Now Zenica wants to chase, but Kami, does he try and go to get the kill onto Leffitan? But Kami's in the roast pit, he's looking for it. The Chronosphere comes out and yes, he catches the drow, he catches the bat, and they're going to be able to get the damage. He doesn't even need to use the BKB. Just V, the damage to get the kill onto the Drow Ranger, and now onto the techies. He transfer the aggression, the gobble of the spit out now. Clockwork. Was that a buyback on the Clockwork as well? Take down the techies, is going to go down. Shifts target onto Zenica. Zenica gets the blink away, but the AoE. The time walk, get the time lock off. And now Doom, he's not going to be able to get the TP away. The end disc, it's already been used. Zenica was a time walk. He gets that blink away. Buyback comes out from the back. Top line still fighting around the Clockwork now as well. Ooh, he might have gone a little bit too far here. Cloud, where's the rest of his team? The Invoker already TP'd out to help get the kill onto the Doom. The Meteor's going to be dropped. And it might be the offlane, but the offlane being traded out. Cloud. Zenica will go down. Cloud, what's he going to be able to do? Just trying to buy time. But he will eventually fall. As Kami in the best position just to push onto this tier 2. Take it down in a couple of hits. Carry on his reign of terror.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So,
Dire's structures are
Kami,
fortified.
they don't have a draw range for 30 seconds. Force does have that hook in, but the Aegis is going to be here. Forge Spirits pushing in now as well. Kami with them on here, be able to clean up his creep wave. Just time walks himself out, has that shard, has the Aghanims. And I don't know what cybercats are going to be able to do to stop this until the draw range is back up in 14 seconds. The Doom not even buying back to this, has his ultimate available as well. Faceless Void. Yeah, he has the cheese. He's going to go for a Satanic, so it's not even nullified just yet. Still has the hand of Midas, still make sure the hookshot actually connects onto. Does he have enough to kill off Warwick? Warwick Global Silence comes through. There's going to be the overgrowth for Chronosphere. It's not available, and Faceless Void might just try and jump himself away. BKB is going to be used, so he time walks himself out, looking to get himself away. Jess-V with a 4-star forward. Lincoln Sphere is going to be broken. And what can he do? No, he turns around, he gets the bashes onto the Batrider. The Batrider doesn't have the lasso, and that's going to be the Aegis being cleaned up. Silencer already away. They've got the mines down, they've got the sticky bomb, they've got the silence, they've got the kill onto the Faceless. Just overextending a little bit too far here on the side of HYDRA. He didn't even get the Satanic off. Not able to use the sustain, the cheese in the backpack as well. So going way too far there. Onto the Faceless Void.
Mine!
Is Alberca?
I'm really freaking out.
It is going to be the Hex for the Drow as well. Again, these Hex is so important for that extra control. But what can cybercats do with this victory? Faceless Void dead for 68 seconds. Doesn't have the gold for the buyback as well. And how much can HYDRA delay with the living armor coming through with the creep waves? Mortimer Kisses, as well as everything that, well, the Invoker's not up for 30 seconds or so. Who also doesn't have a buyback because he's down about 1,000 gold. Nature's Grasp going to be used. Creep Wave coming through. Drow Ranger on the low ground though. They've got the double catapults. Yeah, sticky bombs. They're trying to hunt out onto Leffitan. So the fortification will be used. Alberca Cookie comes through to try and clean up onto the creeps. And they are delaying the Invokers back up in the next few seconds here, but the bombs, the mines are going to be used. Mortimer Case is going to be dropped. Alberca, he has to force staff himself away. So the strike comes out, doesn't connect. So they do keep this tier 3 tower safe. Leffitan going to be able to use the living armor to get it back to a decent amount of health here. Tornado Leech Sheet going to be used just to keep the pressure off to the tier 3.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Void is back.
I'm really freaking out.
Chronosphere is available. Do HYDRA want to go for a smoke play? I mean, they have to put the rocket flares going to be spammed into the base as well. It looks like from the side of cybercats.
Freaking out.
Radiant are scared.
So yeah, they're going to go for a long smoke out of the base, it looks like. Or are they just looking? I mean, Kami still about 1,000 gold away from the buyback. 1,300. So even getting out to farm this triangle, you know, it's not going to be enough gold. Hand of Midas, still not going to be enough.
I'm really freaking out.
But it looks like they just want to try and control this high ground. Maybe if that's where cybercats push up to next. And HYDRA might be able to get the jump.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I'm really freaking out.
Invisibility! Incoming!
So, here, Kami jumps in. There's going to be the hook shot. Force staff immediately away. There's a Lotus Orb. Yeah. Kami. What? Just for a D-ward? Okay. Left it. It's Zinista.
I'm really
Oh,
freaking
Zenith.
out.
I'm gonna murder that pronunciation there, Chase. I don't know, it's 5 minutes on, but thank you for telling me in the chat. So, Zenista. Yeah, I'll get it. I will get it.
I'm really freaking out.
Dire's top tower
Yes.
is under attack.
He has the Wind Waker Force Staff as well, so he can break some Lincolns. Even save as well, maybe inside the Chronosphere. You know, you get that Wind Waker off onto your teammate, just delay the Faceless Void from being able to get the kill, but for the minute,
Radiant's
HYDRA,
middle tower is under attack.
they're happy with just splitting the map, putting the pressure onto the tier 2. They are going to be able to take it as well. The Cybercats smoking up, and they've got to know, yeah, these Spidey sensors got to be tingling here from the side of HYDRA, especially after they just take the tier 2. So they TP themselves back, get themselves out of dodge. And Warwick, the Invoker, I mean, he's going to be able to use the Forge Spirits to push out. Maybe just trying to use the Ghost Form here as well, the Ghost Walk, just to scout out, lead this line. Smoke's going to be there here as well. And it's so many, well, he's maxed on everything. Quaswax is exhaust. So he is a fast little boy on this Warwick. Run, Warwick, run. As he tries to get himself into a good position, might be able to see Force. But what else can they get from this? Block. Had himself behind the trees. He said, if they can't see me, I can't see them. Well, the other way around. Global Stance can be used, but Batrata, he's already away with the BKB. The multiple cases are going to be dropped. Global Stance, multi-cases down. And they might only just get the clock from this now as well. Draw into backlines. Meteor does get dropped. Doom comes through. He's going to be casting it on himself, but the Force Staff's away. Oh. Kami with the Cliff Teasy.
Freaking out.
But yeah, that Doom was used. Refresher. Wait, no. Was that? That wasn't a self-doom, was it? From like a Lotus? Was it?
I'm really freaking out.
It must have been. You know, just thinking, because he couldn't use his
I'm
items.
really freaking out.
As we get a pause, it's just an FPS drop. Hopefully it's a quick reconnect. As you can see, a couple of the HYDRA players dropping out. Again, hopefully it won't be too long, and they'll be able to get themselves right back into it.
Ну зачем?
ขอบคุณที่แจ้งให้ทราบ ถึงไม่อยากจะทราบก็ตาม
How are they doing? There it is, damage done. Invoker, 32k damage done. Barrett close with a 31k. Drow Ranger, it does start to drop off a little bit. Treant Protector not going to be invited to any raids in the near future. Neither's Doom, to be honest. Looking at that position 3 Doom, and right down at the bottom in terms of damage done. Silence above it, even the Clockwork. I suppose the Clockwork can put damage out with the battery assault, but you want to be throwing out the Infernal Blades. You know, he's kept the mana burn here as well. The Scorched Earth is an AoE damage over time. The Doom damage is what? Level 22. And he's only got 1 point into the Doom. I don't know why this build is happening. I don't know why... Jazz just saying, taking a quick bathroom break while the reconnects happened. But, yeah, I don't know... I'm not that smart in terms of Dota knowledge, so I don't know why the Dooms want just the 1 point into the Doom. I suppose the survivability from the stats, you know, all the armor, it is quite nice. But I would have thought you still max out the Doom.
I'm really freaking out. I'm really freaking out.
Зачем? Ну зачем? Зачем? Ну зачем?
All of your set, put on a hat in the bottom of the glass.
And item-wise, just taking a look. Warwick has the Hex, the Refresher, the BKB here for Warwick. What's the cooldown on that? Down to 6 seconds.
really
Happy,
freaking
yeah,
out.
Lotus Orb. So in the end, Happy started to get some net worth. You can see that Lefton as well. He's got the gem, Lotus Orb, Blink Dagger of his own. So we're able to close that gap, get the overgrowth off. Cybercat's still ahead in terms of kills, 3k net worth lead there.
Out.
So it's not a massive... I mean, the swings on that, they were up about 13, 14k. And HYDRA just keep dragging this back. Roche is going to be a long ways away. You know, it's over 2 minutes.
I'm really freaking out.
Kami looking towards his Refresher. So he's not too bothered about the Eon discs coming out on the side of Cybercats here. Chira, he actually didn't go for it. He went back. They're going to go for the Aether Lens into the overwhelming Blink.
Really freaking
And
out.
Doom at least does have his. It's down now to the second set cooldown, 125 seconds instead of 105. So only being used the once. Yeah, Faceless wants his buyback for this. 3k, so he has about 3k in surplus. Half of the Refresher if he wants to maybe buy up. But again, the Hand of Midas, the Lincoln's that this is going to be what he trades out. He maybe actually trades out his boots.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
If he thinks he can get around with just the Time Walks, he might sell his boots here before he gets rid of the Hand of Midas. Invoker. Hex here, slowed down. He pops that BKB. Mortimer Kiss is going to fly through. And Warwick blinks himself forward now as well. The chase is on. The Wind Waker, though, it gets the techies away. The techies with the blink. All of the... Again, the Mortimer Kisses, the Meteor's being dropped. The BKB for the Invoker. He might be able to go here. Lotus Orb onto the Treant. And he dives himself in. Doom. And this comes out. That's going to be his BKB as well? Oh, it is. That is big. Forcing the BKB out from the Invokers. The Drow has to TP himself back. And he's going to be seen because of the double catapults. So now, HYDRA, what can they do? Well, what they can do is pause the game. There's Discord issues coming through here for the side of HYDRA. Okay.
I'm really freaking out.
Yeah, Roche. Less than a minute away here, and HYDRA. What are they going to be able to do? At least the Invoker has a Refresher. Does the Doom have a Refresher? He does. Okay, so they both have the BKBs if they need it. As well. Could go for that double lasso. Rocket Flare's just trying to scout out around the Roach pit because I think this is where HYDRA want to try and control. They want this next Aegis. They want the 4th Roshan? God, yeah, we're 53 minutes in, so it's going to be that 4th Roche. Kami might be able to put off buying the Refresher for a little bit. I mean, he's already got the recipe. So the Void Stones, he's going to be looking at, what, about 3k net worth. He's about 500, 600 gold away from having the net worth to complete onto the Refresher if he wants it. And Roche is up. Warwick, he scouted out the Forge Spirits inside the pit now as well. Kami, does he want to dance himself? He's going to dance himself onto the cliff. And it's only a sentry up here. It's not an observer for the side of Cybercats. So they're not going to see the self-cliff easy coming out from... oh, the jump comes through. Force Majeure. What are they going to be able to do? They're going to be able to lose the Treant is what they're going to be able to do. Gem on the deck. Lefty10 really not having a good time. The D-Ward. Do they actually get it? They're trying to get it through with the Forge Spirits, but they only get the observer. The sentry does still stand. Tree has buyback. He still has that overgrowth if they want to use it. The Mortimer Kisses the dive in now as well. The bar. Global Stance comes out back. Gets solo. The Chronosphere. They catch out onto the clock. Techies. He's going to go down. They turn right back onto the clockwork. Can they go for even more? The right click coming through. And Leftyton. Well, Alberca's going to be able to get the blink in onto Leftyton, who's going to be able to follow with the rest of his team. It looks like Leftyton. He's going to go down as the Doom on the back line. He self-dooms. He gets self-doomed. And now, the jump in. Warwick, what's he going to be able to do? The Tornado, it connects onto 2. And it looks like the damage onto the Doom. He still is. He's still taking down that self-doom from the Lotus now. Backlines for the Lincoln. Excuse me, the Lotus. It catches 2 with the lasso. Hookshot comes through onto the Faceless Void. Faceless Void. Can he get the time walk off? Has that Satanic if he can get close? The Chronosphere comes in from the Refresher. They catch out the Drow. The Cataclysm damage. They get that kill, and they can go for even more if he wants to here now as well. Kami, he doesn't have that BKB, but he has the right-click lockdown onto Chira. Happy gets the kill onto Zenithia. They're chasing Jespi in the trees. Cloud's in though. Scatterblast with a little shot at Kami, trying to do what he can with the Lincoln Sphere, and they're just cleaning up left, right, and center. Drow buys back. Does he get controlled here? Jespi in the trees. Cookie comes out. He might have the vision. They will have the vision. Spot him out. Jespi with the blast off into the trees, but Kami wants to chase. And Kami kind of gets vision. Time walk. They do. They get the bash. Oh, he's trying to get himself away with the Wind Waker. Happy though. He blinks himself right back in.
Radiant
No.
are scanning.
He thought maybe that Kami might have chased him. He just blinked right back into the waiting tentacles of the Faceless Void. Yeah, 3 heroes dead. All of the buybacks used here on the side of cybercats. So they can just push in for this. And they can go for...
Is under attack.
Did they clean up the base? I think they clean up the base. 4 heroes up. They have a cheese onto the Snapfire as well, which they can pass on to either the Invoker or the Faceless Void where they need it.
Dire's top tower has
And
fallen.
look at this. HYDRA going to be able to come right into the base of
Dire's
cybercats
top
and clean this one up.
has fallen. Dire's top barracks.
So that's going to be one set of racks.
Dire's top barracks.
Well, they make the jump on Lincoln Sphere is going to be broke. The Doom comes out here. The Faceless Void, though. What can they do? Do they have anything to keep him alive? They have the walk away. They have that to keep him alive. Just turn around and walk away. Yeah, it's fine. The Doom comes out.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
He didn't doom himself. Oh, he didn't doom himself.
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
Okay. The melee barracks is going to be cleaned up. 3 heroes
Dire's
dead from the
middle
side of
barracks
cybercats.
Dire's
So-
bottom barracks has fallen.
It's gonna be
Dire's
Magus.
middle barracks.
I don't know if there's a way that they can actually defend. I mean, the Chronosphere is going to be up in 10 seconds now
Dire's
as well.
middle tower is under
And
attack.
Zenithia, he's trying to do his best to put Kami off, but the constant load to Sorbs, even that with the refresher's not being used onto the Doom just yet. Has that Doom up in 43, but Cybercats, they're going to be against Magus. Alberca has some cleanup, and this is the perfect time for HYDRA to back themselves away, head towards this Roche pit. Faceless, he's got that TP out. Yeah, he's getting to the outpost. The Pentrage sword is nice, with just the damage that comes out from that, as well as the attack range. All of that stacking up onto this Faceless Void. He is looking absolutely massive here, top of the net worth. 43k. About 4 or 5k ahead of the Drow Ranger. Drow's been on top for so long, and you can see that HYDRA, they're going to let Kami solo the road. They're looking to get these body blocks off. The hookshot comes through, and the Techie's trying to get himself close, but the Global Silence comes out. And Clockwork, he's not able to get anywhere close with the hookshot. Trying to walk himself into the pit, but the Global Silence still goes here. Left P10, taking shots with the Chronosphere. The damage onto the clock, the Aeon Disc, it's not going to keep the Doom alive. The Doom, even with the refresher, it comes out. The BKB turns around. He's dead. 3 heroes dead on the side of Cybercats, and they've still got 5 on the side of HYDRA. Around this Roche pit goes, and the Chronosphere comes out from the refresher. The big one as well. They catch onto the Drow, they catch onto the Batrider, the 2 lone survivors. And HYDRA, it takes them 58.5 minutes, but 37 to 38. They didn't even get back up into the lead in kills. You know, Cybercat's still standing there, but they get the net worth lead. 22k net worth in favor of HYDRA, and they drag this game back from God knows what. Because they were keeping it close in the start of the game. You're keeping that net worth close. All of a sudden, Cybercats, they started to find some kills. They started to find some gank rotations, and HYDRA were just put on the back foot. They were using the timings around the Chronosphere. Cybercats, every time the Chronosphere came out, once they respawned, they were looking for objectives, they were looking for smoke ganks, they were looking to get kills, and it was looking good for Cybercats. You know, they were finding these pickoffs, they were finding the leads, they got themselves a 12k net worth lead, and then all of a sudden, HYDRA just get themselves right back into the game. Some clutch Chronospheres coming out, and Cybercats just couldn't turn it around. The damage offered as well, again, the Batrider found some good catches, but when you've got the trade-off of Warwick's control from Chira just trying to put out the lassos, the trade-off for the even okay, the lasso goes through BKB, so you can get the lockdown, but every time, it seemed like every time that the Faceless Void was caught in the lasso, the Lotus was there. So the Batrider was lassoed right back, and the control just went either way. And then Warwick came in, Happy Dorari came in, they cleaned up, Cloud used to be able to throw the Mortimer Kisses out from range. And HYDRA, yeah, really good fights there to be able to clean up. And cybercats, they just, again, Zeneca on the Dooms had some alright Dooms, but only went for the level 1. In fact, did he go for... In the end, he got to level 2. Opting for stats as well as the talent tree. Over maxing the Doom. Jess was able to find some good damage, but didn't really have that lane partner to have enough lockdown to get the burst kills off, in the lane. So, I mean, Techie's sitting 4 and 8, and you've got the Doom sitting at 3 and 7. So that's just, I mean, cybercats, they put up a good fight, but they are going to be losing the series 2-0. And HYDRA, they take this first series in being able to come back from the brink twice in a row. They came back from being what seemed like being down, being forced out by cybercats, and all of a sudden they turn it around. They find some really good fights, and cybercats just couldn't keep themselves in this game, in this series. Taking a look at the graphs as well, you can see that it just swings right up. Yeah, I know you guys can't see, you looking at my pretty face. But you can see the graph swung, again, in favor of cybercats, going right down in favor of cybercats in terms of net worth, in terms of XP. And then all of a sudden, it's just a roller coaster. It rockets up, and HYDRA were in control. And yeah, HYDRA, they take the first series in Division 2. So we are going to have a little bit of a longer break. I'm just trying to see. It's going to be about half an hour, 40 minutes, but we will be coming back with the second series of the day, which is going to be YNT versus Rise. We're going to be taking a break, though, so we'll be back after this, a little bit of a longer break.